Pray for your offender, and your hurt will disappear. You want to ask how to respond to an insult? Because offense is different. I may take offense, or I may not. Even if someone scolds me, that already depends on my inner state. But an insult, unpleasant words, that is another matter. And if I already let myself be offended, then the question is over. But how should one respond to an insult? This is not a simple situation because it depends on many circumstances. For example, once a monk came to Barsanuphius the Great and said, "Father, what should I do about my brother, another monk, who, in front of everyone and without any reason, suddenly began to insult me?" Barsanuphius asked, "How did you behave?" The monk replied, "I kept silent." Then he asked, "Should I now go to that monk and ask his forgiveness, as is customary in our monastic environment?" Barsanuphius the Great answered, "No, do not go. Do not ask forgiveness. Because this brother who insulted you without any cause may think he acted well and will continue behaving this way. So remain silent." But what about him? How should I relate to the one who insults me? Barsanuphius answered, "Pray like this: Lord, have mercy on me and on my brother." And you will see, if you pray this way, how quickly your hurt will disappear from your soul. This is how the Holy Fathers teach. I began with Barsanuphius the Great because we can start inventing our own answers, but we have no right, no spiritual experience, not even a true Christian life. So our answers would be mere reasoning. But what the Fathers advise, that is true instruction. At the same time, the very fact that the monk came to Barsanuphius shows something else. In the monastic tradition, it was customary that if someone insults or offends you, you go and ask forgiveness. Perhaps the brother will soften and understand his mistake. So you see, the New Testament teaching on offense is very different from worldly ideas and even from the Old Testament. In the Old Testament, Christ himself said, "It was said, 'Love your neighbor and hate your enemy.' But Christ answered, 'Love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, pray for those who offend you and cause you harm.'" It is very important to notice something here. In Russian and Church Slavonic, we use only one word, love. But in Greek, there are several words, and they all translate into our single word, love. These words have essential differences. One is agape, a kind, equal attitude toward all people, regardless of whether he is a friend or an enemy. It means wishing no evil to anyone, wishing good to everyone, whoever he may be. This is universal love. But there is another kind of love. Cassian the Roman says that in Greek there is the word endiaphitos, a deep, heartfelt love, rare, found only between very close souls, united in spirit, conviction, and inner attraction. Christ himself had such love for John the theologian. This love is not commanded to us. It arises only between kindred souls. But the love commanded to us is agape, and it can have many degrees. Even toward offenders, these degrees can be very different. Saint Isaac the Syrian expressed it magnificently. He said, "What is a merciful heart? It is a heart that burns with love for every creature, for reptiles, for animals, for birds, for people, for the enemies of truth, for the demons themselves. It cannot look upon the suffering of any being without tears. And if such a person were burned 10 times a day for the sake of love for people, he would not be satisfied." This is the degree to which agape can grow. even toward demons, not only toward enemies. But to reach such love, Isaac the Syrian writes, calling this love divine, it is impossible to acquire it without uprooting the passions. Therefore, the law and method, the only way to acquire this love, is a proper spiritual life. And what that is another very large question.